Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be giving y'all a makeup tutorial on how I achieve this look. So when first starting off your makeup, you need to make sure that 1, you have a clean face and a bare face, and 2, you are moisturizing your face very good. So what I do is I go in with this dry skin healing ointment. I got it from Walgreens, and all I do is just put it all over my face, making sure that my face is extremely moisturized, because when you're doing makeup you cannot have a dry face. Like, no, dry face causes your makeup to peel and just crust and just all together just make it just no. You don't want your face looking dry. At the end of your makeup prep, your face should be very shiny. That's how you know it is moisturized. When doing my makeup, I do feel like every time I do it, it just looks a bit different. I'm doing the same techniques every time I do my makeup. I don't know, it always looks just slightly different. I want to state that this makeup tutorial is not an affordable like makeup tutorial. These products are on the expensive end. I can say I've spent around over $300 on like these products to do my makeup, and yeah, sometimes you have to invest if you want nice makeup, a nice just altogether just good outcome. You kind of just gotta invest into your makeup. But maybe one day I can try to like find affordable products and do another tutorial with them, so that if you are looking for more of an affordable makeup tutorial, then I could give you that also. Because I didn't start off with high products, I did start off on the cheaper side, but I just don't have those products anymore, and I don't use those products, so I'm not giving a tutorial on that type of thing. Now the next step, we're not just done prepping our face just yet. Though my face looks very moisturized, as y'all can see, I then go in with this Bobbi Brown. It's like a moisturizer and a primer. Yeah, it's a vitamin enriched face base. I go in with this and I kind of moisturize my face a bit more. I also use this as my primer, low-key. I was using the e.l.f. Power Grip primer and I still have it, but sometimes that primer be a hit or miss. Like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it be messing up my makeup. Like, I don't know if that's what's messing up my makeup, but sometimes I do feel like it does. So I haven't really been using that primer. Instead, I just been using this product, since it is a moisturizer and it's a primer. Also guys, when moisturizing your face, wherever you feel like be the most like driest areas on your face, make sure to really moisturize those parts of your face. Like, I like to do my under eye because a hydrated under eye is going to help a lot with smoother base and just like creasing and stuff. So I like to keep that moisturized. Prep my face. As y'all can see, it is very shiny, but that's how I want it. I then do my brows, and for my brows I don't really like do a whole bunch because I just don't think my brows need all that, and because I get them threaded, so I feel like it kind of helps my brows stay in the shape that I want them to stay in, and just makes the process easier in general. But my brows, all I do is I use the NYX brow gel. Usually I would use like the shade medium brown, which this is what it looks like. I would use this, but I don't have any more of this, so now I have to use this one, which is the NYX clear brow gel. I got these from Target. All I do is take the gel and I brush my brows upwards. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, doing brows on camera is so hard for me. Like, I be having to get up all in the mirror and stuff to do my brows, so this is kind of hard. But take the gel and I'll brush all the hairs upwards, making sure that all of my brow has the gel. Yeah, sorry y'all, I am trying to do my brows and keep the camera recording, but this is hard. I don't like doing my brows on camera. But basically all I'm doing is putting the gel all through my brows and just brushing my brows up, getting them to be like kind of stiff. And then I just shape my brows by just literally going across. Like, all I do is really just go across, making it have a straight line. And then the tail of my brow, I'm just doing like this. Because I feel like my brows are already shaped the way I like them, so there's not much for me to really do to them. Like, that brow is done. It's how I do my brows. So simple. I just kind of just brush them up and then shape them a bit. Next, after I've shaped my brows, I just go with a Q-tip and I clean up that extra gel on the brows, because you don't want that left on your face. And then I'm just gonna like go in with a bit more like primer, just to put around it, just in case I like kind of wipe some off. I'm wiping it off. Now that I did my brows, we can start the fun stuff, because I feel like brows are kind of like, you know, basic, boring, lame. But this is what my face is looking like first before the start. My brows are done. Now we can move on. My next step is foundation, and I go in with the L'Oreal Paris True Match in the shade N6 Neutral Medium. This is what it looks like. I think I got this from Target, y'all. I've been having this for a long time, so I really can't remember where I got this, because I used to really not use foundation. I'm just now starting back using foundation, so I just use this because I've been having it. But I put it on the top. I don't put it directly on my face. And then I take this little sponge. I got these from Target. They're like the disposable sponges. And this is how I apply my foundation on my face. Just tap it on the top and then apply it directly to my face. Now make sure when applying your foundation, you're not applying it up by like your under eye. You want to avoid putting product for real right there until you're doing your concealer. So I put this all on my face. Okay, now that it's all on my face, I'm going to blend it out. And when I'm blending, I just take a beauty blender and actually kind of damp my beauty blender with this Milani Make It Last finishing setting spray. I kind of just damp my beauty blender. And then I just start blending. And when I'm blending, I'm not dragging the beauty blender. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not dragging any product. I'm just tapping all in my face to blend. You never want to drag your product. You just want to tap it. And you just want to keep doing that until full face is blended. This foundation matches my face very good. If you need help on like matching products to your face, I recommend I put like product on my hand and I kind of just like put it by my face to kind of see if it, you know, matches, or like check out your neck, or you can even like put product on your actual skin and just wipe it off after so that you're able to really see what matches, because honestly having the wrong shade will mess up a makeup look. Okay guys, my face is blended. And also a tip for when blending, y'all, take your time, don't rush the process, make sure everything is fully blended because that's going to help your makeup in the long run. Give it time, okay? But after I blend all of my foundation, I then go in with the Fenty Beauty match stick. It's a contour stick and it's in the shade Mocha 3. This for y'all. I got this from Ulta, and I really actually love this contour stick like real bad. I think it blends everything so easily. But I take the contour stick and put it on my head like that. Then I bring it and put it like this, and I stop it kind of at like my eye level, like this part of my eye. I put some down here, a little down here, then I put some on my nose, and I bring it up into my eyelid. I don't put any eyeshadow really on. I kind of use this as my like eyeshadow a bit. I do definitely need to start learning how to do more like eyeshadow looks. I need to learn how to do more looks than just my basic look. But yeah, I just put some up there, and this is like what I look like. Then after I put that on, I take my Real Technique brush in the number 258. I take this brush and I blend out all of my contour. And when I'm blending, I am not dragging no product, I am tapping it. You don't want to drag it, you just want to tap. Tap until it's blended. I really hope that I'm explaining this stuff well, because when I give tutorials, I feel like I'm not the best tutorial giver, but I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Y'all see, it just blended into my face. And I'm going to blend this out. This is actually my favorite part of makeup. I just love how it blends. I don't know. I hate when people give like try to put in people's comments advice on how to do something, but it's like you really don't need to give them advice on how to do it, because that's just how they do it. Like, it's their way. There's so much different ways to do things. You don't have to do it one way. Like, I don't know, like if somebody didn't ask for the advice, don't give it. Like, they didn't need that. But anyways, then I'm going to blend this out. Then for my nose, I'm going to take a smaller brush, and I actually don't know the brand of this brush. It's just from Target. I don't know, but it's called a blending crease brush. I don't know, some random brush I got from Target. And I'm going to blend out my nose and take some of that product up to my brow and blend my eyelid. And I just blend it. I just literally do like this and do like that. Like, I don't know. I swear, I feel like it's so hard for me to give tutorials because I just be doing stuff. Like, I just do it. I don't know. I can't even like really explain the way I do things. I just literally just do it. But anywho, after that, I then go in with liquid blush, and I use the Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place pink blush in the shade Blush Lily Glow. Now I just take a random anything and I just put the blush on there. I don't apply it directly to my face. Then I take what I use for my foundation. I just pick up some blush and put it on my face like this. I do actually want to get the powder blush of this brand. So right now I just have the liquid blush because they didn't have the powder blush when I had bought this liquid blush. But yeah, then I go in with this e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator brush. I can't remember where I got this from Target, but I can't remember, like, I don't even know if they still sell this. I don't really know, but it's a small little brush, and I'm just going to blend out this blush. You know, sometimes I feel like I can't see it for real, and maybe that's why I be sometimes feeling like I be having blush blindness, because I just keep on adding blush until I feel like I see it. But also, you can use any blush that you want, and like it also depends on your complexion. Also, all these products, well, I hope y'all would know, of course, to get your color complexion with these products. But yeah, make sure that, like, you find a blush that shows for you. You find the right foundation, right concealer, right contour and bronzer shade. And also you want your contour and bronzer definitely, sorry y'all, I was definitely reading something, but you want that darker than you. Let me add just a little bit more, because I don't know, I just feel like I need more blush. Like, never go wrong with more blush. Hello. That's probably why my makeup looks different every time, because one minute I'm adding a lot of blush, one minute I don't know. But I'm tapping all my product, and I'm kind of keeping my blush kind of higher up. I am dragging it a little bit over here, but I'm keeping it more up and around this area, just because I just like how it looks. But okay, y'all see, I can see my blush more now. I knew I needed to add more blush. Like, I like to add product based on what I see fit, you know. Finish my makeup. I want it to look like I'm wearing makeup, like I'm doing a full beat. Like, I want it to show. Okay, for my concealer, I use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium 1 Custard. I put my concealer right here, and I like to do a concealer shade lighter than me because I like more of a brighter under eye. But then I put some up there under my eye, and I kind of put it like low on my eye just because I don't like putting it directly under my under eye. And then I put some right here. And this is all where I put my concealer. When I apply my concealer, I then take the Milani Make It Last Natural Finish Setting Spray. And I spray it on my face before I even blend out my concealer. And then I just take my fan and I let it dry for a little bit. I like to let my concealer sit for a second before blending it out. I don't blend it out right away. And you could just let it sit, fan your face, or if you have a fan, use your fan to make it quicker. Okay, now I take my Morphe M133 concealer brush, and I like to spray it a bit before starting. And then I like to start down here and blend first. I want my eyes to be the last thing that I blend, so what I'm doing, just tapping. And I mainly like to keep the concealer in just like this area. All blending is tapping, by the way. It's literally this the whole entire time. I do feel like the hardest part of makeup be the concealer, because that's the make or break moment. Like, everything could be going so good and the concealer mess it up. Like, I don't know. But anyways, anything that looks like it's like not blended, I'm gonna just tap it to make sure that it's blended out. Then I'm gonna take it up to my forehead. And this I really like to keep in one spot for real. I don't want it going everywhere. I mainly want it right here. So just tap, 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 making sure that you blend it in all the way out. You know, going around my forehead area, making sure it's just all blending nicely. And it is. Now we're going to move in to my under eye. And when I'm doing my under eye, I start down. I don't go directly up there. And I'm doing a tapping motion. But when I get to this part, like that part that I added my concealer, I do like this. I tap it into a line because I like that snatch look when it comes to my eye makeup and like my under eye. I like it looking really snatched. I don't want to just blend it all into my face, if that makes sense. Like, I think this is just a cleaner look, and it honestly makes your eyes pop. It makes your face look more just snatched. It just, everything about it is just yes. Like, when I learned this technique, because I literally, y'all, before I got my high-end products, I was just putting makeup on, like, you know. But then again, you have to play in makeup for you to know what you're doing. Like, so it took me time, but I didn't know this technique, and I kept seeing people do their makeup, and I was like, how are they getting their face to be so snatched like that? And that is how they do it. You do that line. Y'all see that? Yeah, that's tea. But keep blending. Keep blending. That kind of out, I can start heading for my under eye. But I do like to avoid not having so much product under my under eye because that's what causes all that creasing and stuff. And also when you're doing your under eye, you want to look up. You may be making an ugly face and stuff when you're doing this part, but that's the key to kind of preventing as much creasing. And honestly, you're going to crease regardless. I feel like in makeup, it's going to happen. It's a natural thing, like, you know. But to avoid having so much creasing, it is the looking up and stuff. But I'm just blending all of this out, y'all. Like, y'all see it. And though I use my brush, I am gonna go with my beauty blender and kind of do some extra blending, just to make sure everything really good and blended. Then before even going to blend this side of my face, I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Messier. It's the translucent loose setting powder ultra blur. I got it from Ulta. I'm gonna take my powder puff. Literally, y'all, I'm going to pat all the excess powder off of this and just set that concealer. But I'm not baking, I'm just setting it in place before going to the next side of my face. Now we're gonna move on to the next side of my face. We're doing the same thing that we did to the first side, and I'm gonna be back with y'all because I'm literally doing the same step to my second eye. Okay, I blend out my other eye, and if you're wondering why I set my face like on one side before like doing the blending on the other side, it's to prevent creasing. Like, I want as less creasing as possible, and I feel like that technique helps. But now that I finished that little step, the next thing that I do, go in and do, is I take my powder again. And oh, also, did I ever tell y'all the shade I got this in? Oh yes, I think it's just the translucent one. But yeah, I take this, and this time I don't wipe off any excess. I just, you know, put it under my eye, because now we're gonna bake. Oh, my camera is literally dying at the wrong time. We're gonna put it down there. We're gonna put it up here. We're gonna take some, and I'm just patting these powders in and stuff. Never drag, well, I was gonna say never drag your makeup, but I am dragging it right now. I'm doing this part, but this part you will have to drag it. But then I'm gonna let this sit for just a second, not really too much time. I don't bake for that long, because then I'm gonna go with my bronzer and all that. Okay, y'all, I have my camera charging while I'm recording because I cannot have this go dead, y'all. I'm almost to the end. But now I take my NARS Laguna O2 bronzing powder. That's the shade, Laguna O2. But yeah, I'm gonna take this NARS bronzer, and I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I think I got this brush from Target, but I got this from Ulta. And I'm just going to blend out the powder, but also bronze my face. Bring some color back into my skin from the powder. And it's the only time I'm dragging my product, I guess, to do this, because I don't tap this part in. I kind of just drag it and stuff to get that blended out. Then I'm going to take it again, blend out my head, blend that powder. Then I'm going to take my Real Technique brush. It's in the number 400. And I'm going to take my blush, which is the NYX Buttermilk blush in the shade My Butter Half. And I'm just going to tap it and add blush. I sometimes use this brush for my blush. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. But I'm also going to take that powder off my under eye while I'm doing this. And I do love blush down, so I'm just adding my blush to how much ever I want on it, but now I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna take that extra powder off, blend out my little blush. Add some more blush because I love blush. It's so cute. I definitely want to buy some more shades of blush though. I told y'all that I want that Juvia's Place blush that goes with my liquid blush. That would be so cute. But this blush will do. Now that my blush is blended in, let me see if I want to add more blush. Okay, I didn't really add any more blush because I think that's good. But I do want to, I like to just real quick go over my face with a little bit more bronzer over around here, over around here. Yeah. I take this small eyeshadow brush that I got from Target, and I'm going to kind of add some bronzer to my nose. Going in the up and down motion. And I'm gonna add some to my eyes. I told y'all that's kind of what I use for like eyeshadow. Is my like bronzer and like contour. So we're gonna do that. Now my base is pretty much done. Now the next thing I add is like, you know, eyeliner, any beauty marks, lip liner, all of that. So I like to use this Ruby Kisses Ultra Easy eyeliner in the shade brown. Yeah, in the shade brown. I got this, I think, from actually the beauty supply store. But I like to use brown on my under eye. Sometimes I'll use black, but I do feel like brown is better for my face because there's nothing black on my face. Literally my eyebrows, lashes, everything is brown, so I kind of just like to use the brown eyeliner too. But after I add that to my face, I'm then going to add my setting sprays. So I go in with 3 setting sprays, but the first one I go again with my Milani Make It Last, and spray my face, use my fan so it can dry quicker. Then I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Finish Makeup Setting Spray. I gotta spray it first one time because sometimes it be spraying off weird. But spray that. Use my fan again. Gonna go in with my L'Oreal Paris Inflammable setting spray. This one's kind of like hairspray, like that was strong, okay? Setting sprays I've gotten from what's it called? Ulta. Now that I finished that, I then go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish smoothing powder, I guess, or something. I got in the shade 2 medium, and I take this powder and I literally just I use it to like anything on my face. So it's kind of like shiny. I'm gonna take it to really just set in everything. Just to take that shine away. I'm gonna go in and retouch up my eyeliner, my eyeliner. Yeah. Then I go in with my liquid eyeliner and I add little beauty marks. You can add these if you like, wherever you like. Then I go in with lip liner and lip gloss. And you can add any lip liner, lip gloss, anything you want. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I do gatekeep my lip combo, and that's simply because honestly that's just something I don't want to give to everybody. I don't want everybody wearing my lip combo. Like, I tell y'all so much stuff, I put people onto so much stuff. I feel like certain stuff you don't always have to put people on. Find what works for you. I had to find my own little lip combo, what I liked, what I did. I feel like other people can do that too. I don't know. I just personally don't think nothing's wrong with gatekeeping stuff. I'm gonna be real. That's how you stay original anyways. I don't care. I don't care. And people might not like me for gatekeeping the lip combo, but then again, it's just like, I don't really care. At the end of the day, it's my lip combo. Figure it out. Like, I don't know. This is my final makeup look. This is how I do my makeup. So cute. That is the end of this tutorial. Here's how my makeup turned out. I hope I explained it well enough for y'all. I'm not good at tutorials. I feel like I try my best. I just, honestly, because I don't really know how to give it to y'all. I just do what I do, and what I do works. Like, I don't know, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you know whenever I post. I will give y'all more makeup tutorials and more makeup stuff. And also, let me know if y'all want me to like do more of like an affordable makeup tutorial, because this, I would say, is not too much on the affordable side, only because it costs over $300 just for all of the products that I've used, and it's barely that many products. Like, I used the basics and that was $300 plus. So let me know if you want that, and I will let y'all know.